Good morning children. Welcome back to the next session of this class. So far we have learned the lesson Industrial Revolution. So from this lesson we have some question and answers given. So today we have gathered here to discuss these question and answers one by one. So I'll just read out the question as well as the way we can write and the way we can answer these question and answers. Okay. So here the first question comes like, correct the false statements. So here few statements are given, so we have to correct them. Okay, so these are all false statements. We have to correct these statements and we have to answer them. So here comes the first statement. So I'll be reading these statements here which are under the putting out system. So we have to keep in our mind that we are working, the statements have to be written in correct way but in an putting out order system. Now here putting out order system firstly is, putting out order system means contract based works. Contract based works. For example, a textile industry, a cloth market is there. Okay, so a cloth market, a merchant will be given order to some factories or industries here. So all these factories and industries will be taking a contract from the textile industries people. Okay, so from there they'll take the contract as well as this person like the manufacturer or the factory owner will be collecting the raw materials as well as the required items. He'll be appointing some employees to be working under him in his workshop. So all this will be coming under putting out system. So I'll be reading some statements here. So you have to think as per the putting out system. That means the workshop or the contract based way you have to think and you have to answer these statements. So let's begin with the first statement that is given here. So the first statement is spinners took cotton to the weavers. Spinners took cotton to the weavers. So weavers have to take cotton to the spinners rather than spinners taking cotton to the weavers. Okay. Next. Second statement given is, unlike in guild system, traders controlled what products was to be made. Unlike in guild system, traders controlled what was to be made. Now who is a trader? Person who does the business. Now person who does the business will not decide what to produce. Okay, actually who is making it, actually who is making the products will be deciding at what time or at what quality, at what quantity has to be produced. So here all these things will be decided by the capitalist. That means the person who is investing his money into the factory is known as capitalist. So in the putting out system, when the contract was once taken, this factory owner or the capitalist, that means who is investing his money, will be deciding what to make or what to produce. So this statement can be written as, unlike in guild system, the capitalist control what products was to be made. Okay, so let's go to the third statement. So all works was done by the same group of people. All works were done by the same group of people. Now, when the contract was taken, if I'm speaking about the textile industry. So one person will not be enough to complete the cloth from getting the yarns to finishing the cloth. Okay, different people will be involved in making this silk cloth or making any kind of a dress. One will be taking the cocoon to make the silk threads. Then from there to the spinning of the threads, and then from making cloth, white colored cloth. Then one will be using for putting some designs. One will be appointed to add some colors to the different colors. Okay, the tie and dye method, one will be appointed. One will be appointed for packing. One will be appointed for shipping or like transporting and sending to the producer, like sending to the from where they have got contract. Okay, so there are different people working in the factory. Now everyone is not necessary that everyone will be in the same place and working together. Some people will be in some other place, some people will be in some other place, but working for the same factory. Okay, so here different activities could be done in different parts of the country by different groups of people. Okay, this will be the correct statement. So now under the guild system, what happens here is, under guild system, for example, a family based business will be there. No, for example, a potter's business or a weaver's business. So what happens? It is a family business. For example, a grandfather or great grandfather has done the business. The next generation are also expected to do the same business. If not, if they are not doing, it can be. It is said that all the weavers have to do the weaving business like as per the gender, because they have their own skills of doing them. Okay, they have their own skills of making the baskets or making the clothes or some potteries are all. So what happens, the next generations will be expecting the same work that they have to do. The skills will be the skills whatever these the generations, the previous generations have learned, they have to teach the young ones also the same skills. So whatever the quality of the product, the price of the product will also be decided by the family itself. Now these people have different competitions, as well as these people will not let any other families will to have the same kind of a business. For example, the Dharmavaram saris are exclusively made in the Dharmavaram, where the saris, the threads, whatever the work, the works and all are famous only in Dharmavaram. Now they have a patent right that no other state or no other city makes the same kind of a saris, because they have a patent rights to that. No, so all this kind of work is known as guild system. Now whatever statements I'm going to read, think under the guild system and you have to answer them. Okay, so the first statement comes here is, all small farmers were allowed to learn weaving. All farmers were allowed to learn weaving. Now farmers learning weaving system. Now answer will be, all farmers were forced to learn the weaving. All farmers are forced to learn the weaving, because farmers work is not weaving. But in the guild system, what happens, if the before generation, if they are weavers, it is expected the young ones also to be a weaver, so they are forced to do the weaving work. Okay, next statement, weavers determine prices and quality of the product. So here weavers decided the quality of the product, quality and the quantity of the product. But no, here the capital, again the same, in the capitalist have to decide. Who is capitalist? I told, the person who invests their money is known as capitalist. So he has to decide what quantity or what quality the products has to be made. Okay, now so this was the question number 1 and some false statements. Okay, we'll go to the next question. Putting out system is better than factory based production of textiles. Do you agree? Give reasons for your answer. Putting out system is better than factory based production of textiles. Do you agree? Give your answer. No. Now see what happened is, putting out system, that means taking contract and working. Just now I told, putting out system is here taking contract and working. So taking contract, working, okay, appointing different people to work in different places will take lot of time, rather than if it is in a single roof, in a single factory. For example, all the workers are there in a single building. Okay, all the workers are there in a single building. It will be easy for step by step to give away the clothes. For example, after getting getting those cocoons, then after next step will be boiling them and taking out the cotton from them, drying, and then taking out the cotton from them, then spinning and making the threads out of that, and from the threads again making the cloth, and then again making some colors, adding some colors to that, again some printing, packing, all these things. If all thing is done in one single place, how easy it is, rather than sending it some other place and the time consuming. That means every time it takes more time to send from one place to another for finishing the product. So it is better that all the work, if it is done in single roof, here they have given about the textile industry, if it is all in under single roof, it will be much easier. So factory system is much easier than putting out system. Okay, so we'll go to the next question. How will increase in the wages of the workers affect industry's production? How will increase in the wages of the workers affect industrial production? Now, people who are working, the laborers who are working will get the wages every day. So laborers will get wages, employees or employers will get the salary by the end of the month. Okay, laborers will get wages, that means daily wages. Every day the payment what we give is known as wages. So laborers will get wages, employees will get salary by the end of the month. Okay, now for example, if all the laborers get proper salary, proper wages, so what is going to happen? Is it going to affect on the industrial work? Definitely yes. So if the wages are given properly on time, okay, and if it is given more also, for example overtime, doing the work for overtime will help them, will motivate them to work more. Okay, if they are getting the amount on proper time, so this man can go and can satisfy the needs of his family. If he is getting some other benefits, from the factories, he can work for a long time. Okay, full efficiently he'll work. Okay, rather than forcefully working, if his payment is good, if he's getting extra benefits from the factory or the company, he'll like to work more. Okay, for example, if any company is giving some providing some PFs or some hospital facilities, or some for the children, for some school facilities and all medicinal facilities, if they are giving, so this labor or the workers will work efficiently. That means properly they'll work, and with the full excellence they will work in the factories, and this in return will lead for the development of any industry or a factory. So wages, increase of wages or giving wages in the proper time will definitely help for the development of any industries. Okay, so we'll go to the next question. Okay, the next question is, why did factory owners pay low wages and force workers to work for longer hours? Why did factory owners pay low wages and force workers to work for the longer hours? Now, why the employee is paying less wages? Because see here, everyone's motivation, everyone's intention, and that means intention means the idea, is to earn profits, isn't it? By the end of the year, how much they are earning, from the factory. Okay, maybe some 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs or something. This person who is the owner of the factory will see that he could earn more. Okay, every year his earning should be more. So what he is doing, he will be giving less wages to the laborers so that he can save the remaining amount in his account. Okay, or otherwise he'll be forcing the laborers to work for more hours. So more they work, more the products they produce. More they work, more the products they produce. So if the products are more, this person can sell more. If he sell more, he gets more money. He can earn more. The factory is going to develop more and more. So so what they are doing in the industrial development, previously what happened is, this is what they have done. They were forced the employees to work for a longer hours with the less wages. Okay, this made the employees to get ill, get tired. Okay, and they could not satisfy the needs of their family as well. Okay, so next, why is it necessary for government to enact laws to improve the working conditions? Why is it necessary for governments to enact laws to improve the quality working conditions, to improve the working conditions? Now government is enacting means what? Preparing some laws, making some laws. Why they have to make laws? Why they have to make laws? If the laws are not made, every factory owner, just now I told, in the previous question I told, every worker or every owner will force their laborers to work for a long time. Instead of some 8 hours duty or some 12 hours duty, he has to work for long time. Okay, every labor will be given less wages. So every labor will be facing problems from their family side, as well as he could not satisfy the needs of his family. But ultimately what is going to happen, he will be getting poor and poor, as well as in other hand, this man will be, the owner will be getting rich day by day, as well as his factory will be developing. So what to do? So the government has enacted some laws for the betterment of these employees, or for the betterment of these laborers. Okay, see this, for example, to provide adequate wages for the workers. That means proper time the wages have to be provided to the people. Next, to take them to the work in a healthy atmosphere and medical facilities. Okay, so what government has said, that provide some medical facilities, provide some health insurance, provide some education education loans or benefits for their employees' children or laborers' children, so that they can work more. Next, create such an environment that workers work efficiently for more time or for long time, rather than forcing them. Let the atmosphere be good so that they can work for long time. Okay, so these are some of the laws are enacted by the government here. Okay, next question is, read the para urbanization and slums of page number 82 and comment it. Okay, so there is a paragraph written about urbanization and slums. Okay, in the last class we have discussed about the urbanization and slums also, isn't it? So you have to read the paragraph, understand the paragraph, and then comment in your own words. Okay, so read the textbook and then answer them. Okay, next question. Why do you think working conditions in the factory should be improved? Why do you think the working conditions of the factories should be improved? Okay, if it is not improved, what is going to happen? First thing, if the hygiene is not there, the cleanliness, if it is not there, it will make skin like diseases like coughing or breathing kind of diseases which will affect the lungs. Okay, epidemic diseases, that means diseases related to the skin if the hygiene is not properly maintained in the factories. Okay, now if the salaries are not properly given, if the wages are not properly given, it will also affect the employees or laborers, like the motivation to work. Okay, next, if the conditions are bad, people may not work for a long, as that could be dangerous for their health. When there should be a proper time of working, it should be of 8-hour shift, it should be of 12-hour shift, there should be breaks in between, they have to given some refreshments. So all these things, if it is not provided properly, the worker or the employee, the workers or the employees or the laborers cannot work properly in such an factory conditions. If all these things are improved, definitely a worker will be working efficiently in the factory. Next question is, do you know any factory nearby? Compare the conditions of work in that of English factories. Okay, so here this answer can be written in your own general way. Okay, so here they are asking, do you know any factory nearby? Compare the conditions of the work with that of an English factories in 150 years ago. So this answer can be written in your own way. Okay, so here the answer that they have given is, yes, there is a sugar factory near my house. There is huge and advanced machines are used. Mostly men are employed at the work near the machines. Ladies are appointed only for office work. Children are not allowed to work. The workers work only 8 hours a day. They have better payments and other allowances. Enough measures are taken for the security of the workers. Here allowances means what is? Allowances means what they are providing, the services, extra services they are providing. For example, the life insurance, health otherwise some health benefits, some PFs. Okay, PFs is provident funds. Every year, like every month, the salary of the employer or the certain percent will be reduced from the total amount, and it will be kept by the end of the they'll be giving all this extra money to the employer, that is provident fund. And there are some other benefits, like for example some school like for educational loan, or some providing some any facilities like transport facilities or some house facilities, some other facilities. All these are known as allowances. Okay, so this answer can be written like this. Now the next question is, why are children not allowed to work in factories? Why are children not allowed to work in the factories? First thing, children working in the factories is not at all good. When the age of reading, if they are working somewhere, that doesn't look good, as well as that is not good for a development of a country. If the country is development, every child or every child should be studying rather than working under somewhere. Okay, we have all seen now some people like boys and small girls and boys will be working in some hotels, cleaning the tables, or maybe some washing some dishes, or just carrying some things from here to there. Okay, so all these are called as child labor. We have discussed in our class, isn't it? Now if this is happening, what is happening? Will the country get developed? So a child is a next citizen to the country. If the citizen is working right from his childhood rather than studying, is that good? Definitely no, isn't it? So they need to study, they need to get educated. If they are not educated, what happens in the future? What happens? What is money? How to calculate them? Or if many people will cheat them in terms of money, in terms of cash. See, many illiterate people, just they take signatures of them and they get they get cheated by some money, all these issues and all, isn't it? If they are not educated, what happens? There are many such issues in the society happening, where who are like people who are illiterate, who have not studied, or people who have started their journey like from working from the childhood only, face a lot of problems. So at that age, every child has to finish their education rather than working anywhere. Okay. Then transport system helps the industry justify in the context of industrialization. Now, transport system helps the industry justify the statement in the context of industrialization. Now, industrialization, keep that word in your mind first. Industrialization means here all the like industries working in a same roof. Like for example, spinning one place. Okay, one place means all the small like group of people working in one place, spinning in one place, tie and dye in one place, okay, block printing in one place, okay, packing in one place, okay, again like making the cocoons, like cocoons to thread one place, okay, using some other like whatever is needed. For example, if it is a saris and all, we have discussed no in the previous class in the handicrafts and handlooms, all saris, some extra like designs or extra some chumkis and all, some stones have to be added to make the sari look more beautiful. There will be some departments working under them. Okay, so all this group of industries will be or working together under one roof. So if they are working together in a one single roof, that means working in the same place. What happens here? All these people will be working in same place. So the time will not be taken more rather than sending. For example, spinning is here in one place, okay, in one factory. Okay, again from here the next step has to be coloring of cloth. If that is some 5 kilometers far, what happens? That traveling from one place to another will take more time. Again from there, again from returning back and sending the cloth again back, again that takes time. Okay, so time consuming is one of the main factor where people lose the competition there. Okay, every product has to be finished fast rather than in the putting out system. We saw no, all the people who take contract, that means the people who take contract from the main like industry people, they take contract and they finish the work within fast because all their workers are working in under single roof. So first thing, in the industrialization, all the people who are working will be working under same roof. Okay, the transportation, if the people who are working should also near to by the factories, they should not be far away from the factories, because transportation takes more time, as well as the cost of the transportation will also be charged. Okay, next. So what happened? The raw materials as well as the market should also be near. So wherever the market is near, there only if the factory is there, it will be much easier. Right from the factory, sell them into the market. Raw materials where it is nearby available. If the factory is near to the raw materials, get them and start working with them. For example, a sugar factory, near where the sugar factory is located, you just observe nearby there will be some sugar, some farms will be there. So right, cutting the strands of the sugar cane, carrying them and bringing to the factory will be much easier rather than the farm is somewhere and the factory somewhere will take a long time for the product to be finished. Okay, so this is the question of transport system helps in industry or not. Okay, the last question. So locate the following place on the world map. So here some places are given. One is England, Portugal, France and Spain. England, Portugal, France and Spain. On the world map you have to locate these places. Okay, on the world map you have to locate these places. So here I have read some 11 question and answers. So in the next class I will be expecting you people to complete the first 5 question answers that I have explained today, as well as in the next session I'll be asking some question and answers as well as the next set of questions again. Okay, so for today's class I want you people to read the first 5 question answers thoroughly. Okay, for any more doubts and queries, ask immediately. Till then, bye children. Thank you. We'll meet up definitely in the next coming class. Bye children.